Okay, so I'm going to start with the test. This is Eric. You're listening to the Holy Kestrel. Okay, Greg, say something.
Yes, sir.
Say something else.
My mama just ordered me 9 pizzas.
Okay.
I don't know with your mom.
Tech money.
Big ass titties.
G.
How's the weather going?
Okay, and Squirrely.
D's nuts.
Oh.
Okay. I'm Eric Malibu, and you're listening to the Holy Kestrel. Today, new episode, 2019 in review. It has been a few weeks since I've been out. I've been busy with a lot of stuff. Sorry for leaving you guys hanging. Today we have a bunch of guests. We're talking about 2019 in review. We're talking about 2020, what we expect to have happen. Today, of course, we have Mr. G, Casey himself.
What it is, man.
We got a new guy, Tech Money, joining us today. Tech Money, how are you doing?
I'm good, baby. I'm real good.
Okay, real good. Real good. All right, and Jackson, how are you doing today?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty swell, thank you. And we also have a new star today, straight out of here from Edgelordville. We have Squirrely. Squirrely, how's it hanging?
It's hanging
To the
low.
left?
Hanging
Low?
low. Always to
Okay.
the left. Everybody hangs to the left.
Sometimes I choose the right, but that's never here nor there. Okay, guys, so 2019, it's been a crazy year, as every year. I'm getting real sick and tired of the fucking 2019 was a terrible year, and all that bullshit. So, just
every year.
briefly, what did you guys think about 2019 in review?
I think 2019 was great.
2019 was great.
Especially in comparison to 2018.
There's a lot of reasons, that 2019 is better than 2018.
I'm ready for 2019 to be over, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh,
Not because
yeah.
I hated my year, but because I'm looking forward to next year.
That.
Like, I'm honestly looking. This is the first time in a while I'm like, bro, 2020, I'm looking forward to this shit. So I'm curious to see what next year's gonna bring, bro. I plan on making some moves next year, so I'm ready to get that process started.
Kenshiro?
For me, 2019 was a rough year personally, but overall, I think it wasn't a terrible year. I'm just ready for 2020 to get here and start fresh and new console cycle.
Right. Tech Money being a huge gaming buff, along with Squirrely, really. You guys, different fields from what I've talked to you guys regarding gaming. We'll get a little bit into that there. Jackson, what was 2019 for you?
Personally, it was a great year, and just looking at it from outside, I thought it was a pretty decent year.
Pretty decent year.
A lot better than the past few years, but I feel more confident of what 2020 will bring us.
Roy, Squirrely, I'll never understand how you lost so much weight in 2019.
Well,
Oh shit, weight transformation?
Kind of.
I dumped it off, you could say.
He dumped it off real fast.
Those goals, though. Those goals I plan to
But
them
yeah,
on.
2019 has been a phenomenal year for me. Personally, professionally, it's been great all around. So.
I feel that for me, this year started off in a dump cycle. 2018 was just a shit storm. I was miserable. Didn't feel good about myself. I'm still not where I want to be, but I feel like I've made a lot of progress. I have a girlfriend. Things are going swimmingly well with that. Just 2019, I'll never look back and be like, 2019 sucked. 2019 has given me a lot, and I'm so thankful for it. 2020 is about to be my bitch, though.
Yeah, man. Grab 2020 by the nuts.
So to start today, I was on Facebook the other day. Netflix's Twitter account, Netflix US at Netflix, put out a post saying, or a tweet, if you will, saying, "What's something you can say during sex, but also when you manage a brand Twitter account?" Wendy's.
Netflix tweeted this.
Netflix tweeted this. So we've got a strain of different company.
Really?
different brand Twitter accounts replying. Wendy's said, wow, 4 for 4.
That is amazing.
Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop at Photoshop said haters will say it's photoshopped, and they elongated the eggplant emoji.
Damn.
YouTube TV said, I can't believe this is happening live. Yelp, at Yelp said, please share your experience with the community.
That's funny as hell.
To which Netflix replies, didn't match the photos. Ben and Jerry said, do you want to take a lick? To which Netflix replies, chunky monkey. Instagram, at Instagram said, double tap.
I like that one.
At Arby's said, do you want more meat? To which Netflix replies, ma'am, this is a Netflix.
So all these different companies just start going in on this.
Yeah.
This is funny.
This is a trend they do, you know, and it appeals to the younger generation. I find it funny, you know, and like I don't use Twitter. I think Twitter's terrible, but this is the funniest thing I've seen on Twitter. IMDb said The Mandalorian continues to dominate. Yeah, hit or miss.
Okay.
IMDb. DirecTV coming soon on demand.
That's great.
Netflix put that out. At Hot Pocket said, nice Hot Pocket. To where someone replied saying, LOL, who gave Hot Pocket a Twitter? Hulu said, Netflix and chill.
That's funny as hell.
Pop-Tart said, fill me up.
I knew someone had to make a filling joke.
At TED Talk said, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
That's funny as hell.
And then someone replied, hey, I lasted 18 minutes.
Oh.
At Petco said, we hope you enjoyed these new toys. Netflix asked that question. At Caroline Jones said, at Come and Go, I feel like you can win this one. And then Come and Go said, not touching this one.
That's funny as hell.
They don't even need to say anything. Like the name speaks for itself.
At Mr. Peanut said, I need a nut.
Yes! Yes, thank you.
Which someone replied to those two fish from SpongeBob, the cops, that are just like... At Give Blood NHS said, it's just a little prick.
That's terrible. Damn.
New York Times Wordplay said, fill me in. Kraft Macaroni and Cheese said, can take anywhere between 7 and 10 minutes. Pepsi said, we prefer it in the can. At Audi said, 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds.
Some of these are way funnier than they should be.
They already thought about this. Like they was at the house. Hey, you see Netflix just dropped one?
You gotta have
Like,
quick wit. Like Axe said, now 33% bigger.
That's terrible.
Dr. Pepper said, trust me, I'm a doctor. Hampton by Hilton might have won it with, yes, breakfast is included.
That's
This is gentleman.
And the last one we'll finish with is at Outback Steakhouse saying, we recommend medium, firm with a warm pink center. That might have been the funniest thing. Yeah, that must have been the funniest thing I've seen in 2019. 2019, you know what? Let's start with memes. A lot of memes. Memes have
This
been...
year has some pretty dope memes.
Meme
I
of the
think this
year?
year has some solid meme runs, bro.
Let's go around real quick. Squirrely meme of the year for you.
Oh god, that's a rough one.
Okay, you want to go around the other way so you get
Yeah.
time? Okay, G. Casey, what's the meme of the year you saw?
Meme of the year. Meme of the year.
Yeah.
Well, I saw it today. They said that they made a little cat with the lady real life, and I think it was Nancy Pelosi pointing at Trump. And then Trump had the same face as the cat. I was like, it's terrible, bro.
Oh man.
So they made it happen in real life. Yeah, bro. So I would say that one was pretty funny, bro.
Tech Money, meme of the year.
Oh God. There's been so many.
I know. It's
That's
just
too much.
been crazy.
Because Chungus was even this year, right?
Yeah, Chungus was this year.
You got
Oh,
the
man.
SpongeBob.
That's how you know it's been a long year. Chungus was this year. Yeah, Chicken SpongeBob.
Oh. Wait, that was this year?
That was this year.
SpongeBob?
SpongeBob. I'm pretty sure that was this year.
You want to go for just like Cards Against Humanity, terrible Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein didn't kill himself.
For real. It's a hard pill to swallow. Epstein didn't kill himself. That's terrible.
That's a good one.
Well, that's why someone had to kill him. It would have been a hard pill to swallow. Oh man, Momo was this year too.
I forgot about
Ah.
Bro, that was this year?
No,
That was-
Momo was one that started like.
I mean, it's been growing, but like
Yeah.
there was a lot of buzz about it earlier this year.
Yeah,
God
because
damn, 2019
Momo,
so long, man.
Momo started. I want to say like 2017 or 18, but it came back in resurgence because it got popular in like Mexico or some shit.
There's that. I guess the kombucha girl, the one that's like where it's like Mare, and then it's like Idge, and she's like, and then it's Margaritas. She's like,
Yeah.
It's a pretty big meme this year.
Yep.
Old Town Road was this year.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I would probably say
Oh,
"Debate"
wild
would be
year.
the biggest song of the year.
You think that's the biggest song
I
of
would
the
say
year?
it's "Debate" would be the biggest song. Well, I'm not in terms of like probably the hottest song to come out, but biggest
In terms of just
exposure,
Yeah.
biggest reach, biggest impact.
Yeah.
Kids loved it. Adults liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like it had the biggest like yeah, bro.
You could sing that
It
at
was
work and
everywhere.
people wouldn't freak out.
Yeah, it was everywhere, bro. It was everywhere.
Yeah, I actually went and partied over in Austin the weekend that came out.
Mhm.
Every club you went into, it was on.
Yeah.
You leave one club, go to the next one, it was on.
Yeah.
Leave that
That was
club,
the biggest song.
it was crazy.
That sounds like my birthday.
Much like it.
Jackson, what's your favorite meme of the year?
Let me see what memes came out this year.
Is it the Visco girl?
I kind of like the Sonic redesign.
Yeah.
Sonic
Yes.
redesign.
That I have to say, like, where they take like the new design Sonic and just like making fun of the old design Sonic.
Dude, I always underestimate how much the internet is degenerate. Because as soon as like those Sonic designs came out, like I know Shadman had a field day with it. That bastard. Oh man, yeah. But the Sonic redesign was amazing though.
Yep.
Looks so much like I didn't want to see the
They
movie.
did that.
Yeah, like the original one was just straight nightmare fuel. It looked like you just went to Cambodia, found like the first homeless skinny child you could, and just put blue fur on that little bastard. And then just
World's worst persona.
exactly. And now it actually looks like fucking Sonic from the video games. I mean, yeah, you can tell they took some creative liberties, but it's enough to where it's like, okay, that's fucking Sonic and not Cancer Child with blue fur on it.
I'm definitely going to pay money to see it.
I will see, and that's one of the things where I will pay money to see that movie, regardless of how good or bad it is, just because they actually fucking listened and said, okay, people are not happy with this design. We need to go back and fix this.
I appreciate
So
that.
yeah, so it's like,
I mean, but that's even something like that's been a problem with me for like superhero movies is when they don't keep superhero accurate. Like Wolverine was good because Hugh Jackman made it good.
yeah.
But I would have paid so much more to see the yellow suit.
Yeah, and see,
That's real.
what pisses me off so much is that Fox teased that yellow suit for so goddamn long, to the extent that they had like a unused scene in the Wolverine where she actually gives him a briefcase and it has the yellow suit in there, but you don't get to see him in it. It's just like, that means that suit exists. It is
Somebody made it.
yeah, it is a tangible reality, and we could see Hugh Jackman in it, but we won't get to see it. God damn it!
Talk about blue balls. I feel happy for the universe that does get to see it right now. So, movies of 2019. There have been a lot of good movies. Best by far. I mean, like, I'm gonna be biased. Endgame was the best movie of 2019 for me.
For me, Endgame.
Endgame.
I can't, like,
I feel like I can't appreciate Endgame though, cause I told you I fell off. I cherry picked when it came to those movies. So like I ain't never seen Thor. I ain't seen one Thor movie. You know what I'm saying? Like I picked and choose what I was going with. Like I kept putting off Wonder Woman, so I haven't seen Wonder Woman. So I feel like I want to appreciate the full spectrum of the movie. Like,
well, Wonder Woman.
Oh, this is so satisfying.
Yeah,
I want to get that.
Well, see, like Wonder Woman's more on the DC side, but like if you're going through all of the Marvel catalog, yeah, you're really gonna get more out of this if you've seen all of those. Honestly, if you just seen the core Avengers movies, and maybe one or two of the other ones, you could still get in there. But at the same time, you're gonna have that more. Endgame will hit you more if you start from Iron Man 1 and go all the way up to Endgame. And it sucks saying that because that's a lot
of movies.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's at least 3 days worth of
solid.
Yeah, a solid.
That's just nonstop.
Yeah,
too.
that's nonstop.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like I can appreciate the way everybody else.
I remember when me and my friends used to like chain watch Star Wars and give up after episode 2.
Well, see, like, don't even start with Star Wars, but like with Endgame, I feel like they did everything they could to not only pay respect to everything that every movie that they had made up to that point, but they actually made pay respect to the fans who had stuck through all those fucking movies and said, "Hey, we're gonna tell you a story. We're gonna do everything now." Yes, were there some things that Infinity War did better? Fuck yes. Was Infinity War a better paced movie? Fuck yes. But was Endgame the
End all be all?
Yeah, was Endgame the cool shit party? Holy shit, we did it! We actually made the shit happen event that it needed to be. Yes, and that's really at that point all it needed to be.
They wrapped it up good, and I definitely agree
That's
that
what she said.
it is the best movie of the year by far. Like no questions asked. There are some other really good movies that came out.
Yeah.
2019, but that is by far the best.
Jackson, you haven't actually sat down and watched all of Endgame. What? Any movies you've seen this year that really blew it out of the water for you?
I haven't seen any movies in 2019.
No new movies in theater?
It's okay, bro. I feel back a little heavy this year too, bro. I still get to see Joker, so I feel you.
Yep.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel back from the movies this year.
There's movies I want to see. It's just I haven't seen them.
Yeah. Now I will say though, as far as the movies that were probably like you mentioned Joker. Joker was a damn good movie. That was phenomenal. I still say Endgame was my favorite movie from this year, but Joker comes in a very close second. Like, if you have not seen Joker, go see this fucking movie. Like, I do not recommend movies willy-nilly. This is one of those things where I'm just like, if you haven't seen this movie,
yeah, you told me.
I will
first.
buy you. Yeah, I was
Yeah, he was like, you got to see Joker, bro. I was like, I'm gonna go, bro. I kept putting it off. Just kept putting it off. I'm gonna go next week. Yeah. And next, it's 3 months later. Like, well, I guess I catch it on Netflix.
You know what? If we're gonna say not Endgame or ruling Endgame out, I think Creed 2. That was this year, right?
Creed 2.
I hope I'm not mixing stuff up. I'm pretty sure Creed 2 was this year.
Sure.
Oh, you know what? Detective Pikachu, Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Detective Pikachu. Now, if we're talking about movies that were better than they had any right to be, fucking Detective Pikachu.
Yep.
Like this,
I was in awe at that movie like the whole time.
Yes!
I felt like a kid again.
Yes, and then it's like you really felt like a fucking 12-year-old sitting in the theater watching this movie, and it's just like, this is the video game movie that all of us have always wanted, and they fucking pull it off with goddamn Pokemon.
They built the world so well.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe how well it.
That low-key cyberpunk aesthetic.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like...
How come me and my Trico can't go rough up some gang members in downtown?
It's like, I look at that and I go, like, Warner Brothers, I don't know what the budget was for Detective Pikachu, but they did... Yeah, it was huge, but I mean, they probably didn't have, like, half the budget that Disney has for, like, fucking Star Wars, and Disney can't even get that shit right. Like...
The only thing that throws me off is, like, Pikachu constantly sounding like he's trying to seduce someone, like, Oh, hey there, I
It's
am.
Ryan Reynolds.
That's
just Ryan Reynolds.
voicing Pikachu.
No, I'm perfectly fine with it. It just throws me off. It's just like, hey there, Ryan Reynolds. I'm Detective Pikachu.
Are you getting seduced by a Pikachu?
Hey man, it's
Pikachu
2019.
attract.
2019, dude. You know what? I think another film that might blow it out of the water and bring back a franchise that has been doing rough is Shazam. Shazam, in my opinion, I thought that was really good.
Here's the thing. I haven't seen Shazam, but after seeing Aquaman, I do have hope for the DC.
Aquaman was incredible. Aquaman's really cool for like if you want to be a badass man. Like I walked out of the theater like I'm gonna go drink I'm gonna drink a bottle of whiskey and swim.
I'm gonna jump in the pool with a bottle of Jack Daniels and then punch a baby seal in the face. but I mean,
Shazam's like I'm gonna drink a bunch of Pop Rocks and Coke and then jump off a building.
I mean, I still haven't seen Shazam, but even that, it's like it looks like Warner Brothers is starting to realize, okay, the characters who are not dark and gritty, we don't have to force them to be dark and gritty. Which I admit I am a huge apologist for Man of Steel. I think Man of Steel was a good movie. I love that movie.
Agreed.
But
It went crazy.
yeah, but Batman vs Superman was hot garbage.
It had more potential.
Yes.
It had much more potential. I will agree.
Which I thought the Batman parts of that movie was good. Like
Yes.
I enjoy seeing Ben Affleck. I like Batfleck because I've seen it put this way: Christian Bale, most realistic Batman.
Mhm.
Ben Affleck so far, most comic book accurate Batman,
Yeah.
which is fair. I wouldn't say he was a great Bruce Wayne because Bruce Wayne, like Christian Bale, pulled off like the perfect Bruce Wayne
Yeah.
and like there's videos like analyzing how like his voice tone just changes a little bit and what his demeanor means when his voice changes. Like there's deep videos you can watch about that. Ben Affleck, he just looked kind of like a pissed off man, like as Bruce Wayne. That's not what Bruce Wayne is.
I feel that though. Like he looked bitter.
Yeah, Batman can be dark. Bruce Wayne is really like he's not always dark though.
Yeah, but he was a good representation of like Frank Miller, Bruce Wayne in like The Dark Knight Returns, where he's just like this old, brittle, just grizzled Hulk of a man, and he's less ninja and more Hulk smash.
Yeah.
But the thing that and Ben Affleck's portrayal of Bruce Wayne and Batman, spot on. I really liked it. However, my problem with it was Bruce Wayne wouldn't kill people as blatantly as he does in this movie. Like, the way that I remember Zack Snyder was like in interviews, like, it's like, Batman's rationale is, well, it's not, his fault if he blows up a gas can and, a guy just happens to be standing there.
Yeah.
It was like, no, he would still make every effort to not, if he saw a situation where it's like, oh, if I do this dude's going to probably die as a result. He's not going to do it. Now, Bruce Wayne will put you in the fucking hospital. He'll make sure that your spine might be broken, but he'll still let you live.
Fuck you up.
Yeah.
Before we move on to our next topic, if they did a live action Dark Knight Returns, who do you want to see playing the mud pit scene?
Oh.
I think that might be Batman's most badass moment, in my opinion.
It might be recycling things just a little bit, but I would, you dress him up a little bit differently. Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. I'm just scared he would have like a shit accent like in Venom. And we know Eddie Brock's from New York, but why does it sound like like he just got off the plane from New York and San Francisco? I'm Eddie Brock, I'm talking, or like that's not even New York. He's but like Tom Hardy just this ain't a mod pit. It's an operating table.
That's crazy.
So moving into 2020, there are some good films bound to come out. Are there any that have caught your guys' eyes so far?
Do you know what movie I'm waiting on?
What movie?
I am waiting on the Mike Tyson movie. It's a biopic, and Jamie Foxx is playing it. This has been confirmed 2 years ago. It was supposed to come out about 2020. I have not heard anything new about it, but I know for a fact, and it's been confirmed that they've been working on it and it has been filmed. I am looking forward to that God damn it.
You know what?
I don't know if it's gonna come out this year, bro, but I'm praying
That,
I see the trailer this year, bro. Cause it's gonna go crazy.
That sounds spectacular.
Yeah, bro. Like for real. He got interviews where he like even described the opening scene, bro. It's gonna be. I think it has potential if he does it right to potentially be his best movie. So I'm really looking forward to that. But other than that, I'm not sure what's coming up next year. To be real with you. But I've been waiting on this Mike Tyson movie ever since I found out. I said, oh yeah, well shit, somebody at a time.
The new James Bond movie I kind of look forward to, but that's that.
I haven't seen the trailer for it.
Oh.
No, I've enjoyed the newer James Bond films, not as much as the old ones. So I kind of look forward to seeing what they're doing here.
Oh.
James
I like
Bond.
James Bond.
I've not heard good things.
Venom 2.
You have?
Venom
I've not heard
2.
good things about Venom 2.
Is that in 2020?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
What
So
you got a
it's
list of what's
Venom.
coming out next year? Let me see what's coming out next year.
Okay, so
I see the Carnage.
What's that X?
let's see.
Everyone shit on Carnage,
No
like,
time.
or just Cletus Cassidy's look in Venom. But like that was comic book accurate. Like
Yeah.
that's how he looks in the comics. Like I thought that was an excellent job. Just Woody Harrelson wore a wig. Well, yeah, dumb fucks. You think he's gonna grow his hair out just like the comic? Like,
Well, now here's my only problem with that was that I feel like Willie Harrelson is a little too
Oh no.
chunky of a boy to play Carnage. Like I feel like if you're gonna do Carnage, you need someone who's a little bit more like on the Jim Carrey build of the spectrum. That tall, lanky, almost like sickly looking build where it's just like like almost say like
I might just have Jim Carrey play Carnage.
exactly. yeah, really, because I mean. That would be.
Jim Carrey's Carnage.
But
there
I
has
mean-
to be a scene where he goes smoking.
Hey, they got some shit.
But I mean, imagine just think back to like late '90s Jim Carrey and how insane he got with some of his characters, and he could definitely pull off like the psychotic laughter that Carnage would need.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like I could just hear like, like that would be awesome.
So they dropping a live action Mulan next year.
That's a touchy subject.
Great. They don't fuck this up.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Whoa! I hope this is.
They've already.
There's for one thing no singing, no Mushu,
Yeah.
Bro, come on now.
no Mushu.
I don't even want to hear it no more. How you not gonna have one of the pivotal characters from the bro? Come on now. No Mushu.
Oh, because this has more of an agenda behind it.
I would say this though.
But-
I'm okay with not there's so much singing. Reason being is because I went to see Aladdin, and I walked out of Aladdin. Not because it was a bad movie, but because I just wanted to see a whole new world. I ain't gonna lie. But after that point, I ain't gonna lie. It was too much singing. It felt like they added songs. I was like, this is a little bit too much.
There were a couple songs that were added, but
Yeah,
it's
it's too much.
And see, this is kind of my problem with going to the movies in general right now. There's too many fucking movies that don't know how to just fucking tell a story anymore. Everything now has to have either gender or political or some fucking agenda attached to it, and it's just like, you can have a movie that can be plodding along, and it's just like, okay, this is actually a good movie, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you have that agenda moment, and it's just like, fuck.
No, you just can't enjoy it for entertainment no more. It's always something more to it.
Well, it just takes you out of like you were entranced in the movie, you were fully into it, and then they have this agenda push moment. And you're like, well, now I'm completely like back to reality.
Again, going back
That's
to
conspiracy.
yeah, well, and going back to like Joker and Endgame. Joker. One thing I think that Endgame did really well. They had that scene where Captain America was doing this whole support group thing, and then you saw, you had the one guy who was like basically like the gay dude who was talking about his first date since the event, and then. That was very well woven in. Like, it didn't feel forced. It didn't feel like, it just felt like a very natural conversation. They didn't, like, focus in on the dude, like, oh, by the way, this character's gay. Now we're about to just bombard you with how gay he is, so that way we have a gay character in a Marvel movie.
Please love us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when I can't even. I just totally forgot. Yeah, it's woven in well. It's not just over the top where it's like where people are talking about how Valkyrie's bi and then there's going to be female Thor and it's like, oh, they better kiss. I don't go see Marvel. I don't go see these action movies for relationships. I go to see the action.
Exactly. No, but staying with Endgame though, on the exact opposite end of that spectrum, you had that moment where it felt a little, if it may not have been their intention, but it felt a little too agenda-ish when they had like that one spot where all the female characters kind of come together.
Yeah.
Like, it was just kind of like, out of nowhere, like this massive fucking battlefield, and then all of a sudden, like, all the women just happen to be together in one
really
spot.
odd.
with that, it does seem like agenda pushing. It also does pay homage to the comics.
Yeah. So
because there is the A-Team, I think.
A-Force.
A-Force.
Yeah.
Which is an all-female task force. So.
Yeah, so that's one of those things where it's like, I don't know if they were hinting at A-Force there, but given the current climate, it did feel very...
You're pushing it, feminists!
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked a good deal about 2019. Before we wrap up on 2019, what I want to talk about, big news about 2019. We've had a long year. There's been a lot of stuff. There's been shootings. There's been car crashes. There's been all sorts of stuff. What news articles what piece of news do you think 2019 you're like, oh, this happened? Like, Greg.
A piece of a news article that really fucked me up this year. Honestly, I wouldn't say anything in particular kind of flagged anything for me. I would say I was not even necessarily, I feel like this was a very revealing year. I feel like a lot of people came to a lot of realizations this year. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like news media wise, I feel like we're starting to kind of get an understanding of like where we really live. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of fucked up shit going on in this country. So I feel like the fact that the light is being starting to be shed on that type of shit, like this human trafficking shit, and the list goes on from there. It's just like, man, it makes me feel like I gotta think about how I'm moving, and it makes me consider different things, and just like it's not, you just can't let your guard down no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that has nothing to do necessarily with race. It feels like it's everybody. Like, nigga, anybody can get snatched up nowadays, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, apparently, I didn't know about this, but some little girl got snatched from my mama in downtown not too long ago. I was like, damn, I didn't even know. Like, I didn't hear about it on the news. I don't know if you heard about it on the news, but I didn't know about the shit. Mm-hmm. And, you know what I'm saying? So it's just so much going on, bro, where it's just like, after a while, I'm not going to say I'm desensitized to news, but I kind of get the feeling that I'm starting to become desensitized to news. Not necessarily in terms of I'm desensitized to what's going on, but when you just constantly been being bombarded with just negativity after negativity, I don't expect nothing good on the news.
Right.
Because, I mean, they'll hit you with some shit. 3,000 women have disappeared in the city of Dallas alone this year. And by the way, we have a dog convention coming up. Oh my God, look at little what's name go. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
Yeah, that's...
it's just like,
It's like...
I don't know how I feel about it no more.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that, because it's like...
Yeah.
For me, one of the biggest things that I notice is just the level of media control that there is with certain things. Like, you don't necessarily, like... Again, we're talking about like agenda pushing and things like that. It doesn't just live in movies and comic books and entertainment. It's like in everything. Like, one of the big things I've been following is the whole issue with like COPPA and just a lot of stuff that's been going on with like YouTube. And if you don't know about that, it's basically this big thing where the FTC is making some changes, and they're basically saying, hey, if you're a platform, you have to make sure you're not targeting children or following, collecting data on children and things like that to target ads to them, et cetera, et cetera. But this basically has blown up into a thing where, like, if you're a YouTuber and you don't qualify that your content is specifically for adults or for children, you can potentially be fined up to like $42,000 directly by the FTC, and it's just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you as a content creator could be posting something on YouTube that could have been up there for years, and they can fine you per video $42,000, and it's just like, yeah, and this doesn't take effect until like next year, so a lot of people are like fighting it, but then it's like, you look at the flip side of that. Just recently this year, you see a lot of these streaming services come out. Disney Plus launched. This happened, like, all this news started happening like right around the same time that Disney Plus launched. You start hearing about, streaming is going to be the next big frontier of entertainment, blah, blah, blah. What would be the best thing for a lot of these companies, a lot of these media companies, if shit like YouTube went away, where people are able to just post whatever they want and user created content, because at that point, now they can control the narrative. They can post whatever they want. They can do whatever, and then it gets a little conspiratorial the deeper you get into it. But it's just, it really makes you stop and think, like, shit, like, yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense, and it's not like in that like crazy, tinfoil hat kind of way. Like, just logically, it makes sense.
Yeah, YouTube's changed over the years. It used to feel like more like the Wild Wild West on there. You can pretty much put anything you want. Whatever happens once it went into the atmosphere. But I don't know, bro. I would say I feel like YouTube started to change for the worse, possibly about 2 or 3 years ago.
2016 was when it really started to change.
About 2 or 3 years ago, it just started going down here. I mean, it happened to some of the OG YouTubers. There's been YouTubers that was doing YouTube, like doing the same shit people doing now, 8, 9 years ago. You know what I'm saying? YouTube ain't new. It's just more popular than it used to be. Yeah. So, I don't know. YouTube is in a very fucked up space.
Yeah, but then again, that's against, part of the reason why it's, you start seeing a lot of the changes is because you start seeing, well, this platform where you can just post stuff for free and we can just get all these viewers and eyeballs on our content. Oh, well, that's perfect for us media companies. We can just post clips from our talk shows and stuff on there and not have to worry about ad revenue. We don't have to pay for this. We can just upload it, make a free account, and boom, we're good. And that's one of those problems where you have people looking at it and going like, a lot of the advertisers and a lot of the things like that are moving more towards, that kind of content. So,
On the good news, though, they pretty much is making, as far as news is concerned, weed is getting really legal in the city of Chicago. For those of the listeners who don't know, I am from Chicago personally. I've been in Texas about 4 years this January. You know what I'm saying? So back home, man, the weed laws is going up, bro. Like, they literally just passed a bill saying you can't even get arrested for it at the airport no more. Like, this dropped like within the last week. Like, they made it legal enough to where you could smoke in the privacy of your home about a year ago. Now it's to the point where you can smoke outside in the public. Like, it's damn near becoming Vegas slowly but surely. Boy, so that's always good news for me.
So if I had weed on me coming from Texas and I went to Chicago and I had no prescription saying that it was medicinal marijuana, they couldn't bust me.
Pretty much. But now I don't, from the way I read, from the article I read, it seems like it's more so about you leaving more than you coming in. So I don't think you can come from like Cali or something and like bring weed in. I don't think you're gonna be that slick. But you can be leaving Chicago, going to Cali with weed. That's legal now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So on that note, for the marijuana smokers out here in these streets, you know what I'm saying? That's always lovely news for those people. Because I know a lot of people who got hemmed up over some weed, bro. Like, it's crazy, bro. But then again, they started changing the rules some time ago. Like, I think it was like in 2015, if you ain't have like a certain amount, like a lot of fucking weed, you couldn't even get arrested for the shit no more. So they've been working on it, but it's damn near becoming Vegas out here, bro. So that's always good news for the people,
Jackson, are there any big stories from this year that still stick with you?
I think the whole Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah, how it happened and like kind of they were just trying to, he just committed suicide and just kind of let it go, and then the whole internet would not let it go, and how it's shown up, dug up more and more because people are wanting to know more about it.
Yeah. So do we know if anything, like, is there prosecuting going on against the people that like Epstein exposed, or like were they exposed?
Expose anyone.
He had like a book with a whole bunch of names in it.
So
he was going to expose everyone until he committed suicide.
Yeah.
If you believe.
The surveillance tapes from around his cell have conveniently disappeared.
Right.
Weird.
Yeah.
So
the two guys that were in charge of him, they're under they're jailed.
Yeah.
But that's
under
not
full
who we're.
They're gonna commit suicide too.
Yeah, they're gonna. Unfortunately, they commit
Everybody's
suicide.
depressed here.
So
I don't understand going through depression. Just go around it, me.
Just be happy.
Just be happy.
I think that's the.
Hey, depression is real though.
That's true.
Depression is real. It's a mental battle more than anything. It's not. It's more black and white. It's more color to it than just a black and white subject of being unhappy. Because I feel like depression goes back to like a spiritual war that you're going through on the inside, but that's another conversation for another day. 'Cause I can go all day about that, bro. Like for real, like I can get pretty deep on that, so I'm not gonna dig into it. But depression is real, man. Now, why everybody not depressed though? I will first and foremost say, get your bitch ass up and get your shit together. No, for real, bro. Sometimes motherfuckers just be sitting in their shit. Yeah. There comes a time in your depression where you gotta get out your shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with wallowing in it. You gotta understand grief. Go through whatever you're going through. But at a certain point, it's either put up or shut up. Yeah. You gotta fight your depression back. So get off your shit. Get your shit together.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to see change going into 2020?
First thing that I would love to see change is, let's go back, let's wind the clock back to about 2010, 2009, when people were less politically correct, when you could say fucked up shit on the internet and it didn't necessarily have to be like, oh, my entire career might be destroyed in 20 years if someone reads this tweet about this random thing that I made a random joke about. And people didn't have to worry about, being destroyed in the court of public opinion.
What's the Guardian of the Galaxy director?
James Gunn.
Yeah, you want to go through the James Gunn experience?
Yeah, exactly. It's like I used to post. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've posted some very colorful things in my time on Facebook, but at the same time, it's like. I don't think that I've ever posted or said anything that would warrant destroying me professionally or emotionally, or physically. But it's like, at the same time, there are things that I know that I've probably said that someone would look back at my Facebook feed and be like, oh, this scumbag said this back in 2005. Oh, he's such a horrible person.
Imagine being judged on your actions from 14 years ago. There's no possible way you could have changed in 14 years. Or different opinions or anything like that.
Exactly.
Crucify them.
Exactly.
It's that cancel culture, bro. People, it's a power thing, bro. I don't know. And I feel like they only target, because everybody done said something at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
But I feel like people only target you when they can see you fall.
Like if it's like now to the
they
point.
Won't chop you down if you ain't falling.
Yeah, it's like it's like to the point where you're like in public you have to be like this perfect individual. I know for a fact that back when Facebook used to post the thing that like if you liked the page or something, they would say like Tetsuo Hikari like this or Christopher Pratt like that. I have liked pages like big ass titties or I like this or
screwed right now.
Exactly. There was a page that said big natural tits. That's what the page was called. I like the page like that, and it's on my feed. Tetsuo Hikari likes big natural tits. I claimed it at the time. I was like, fuck it, yeah. I mean,
who don't like big titties?
Exactly. It's true. But at the same time, it's like, I look at that now and go, like, oh shit, should I, I look at, before I click on anything, is this something
Ted Cruz, like, incest porn.
Exactly, exactly. So it's one of those things where it's just like, I'm not even really a public figure, but I look at everything and go like, shit, could this affect me later on if I decide to actually finish writing one of my goddamn novels?
You know what? Going into 2020, we might be in hope. We have Modern Warfare again. We have Halo. I saw a post today that, like, a guy was like, sorry, I only got 4 kills. I was busy plowing your mom. Like, that's the level of stuff. If you can take a joke, like, I don't get how there's gay people because they can't take jokes, but they take dicks up their ass.
That's real, though.
Like, if you can take a dick up your ass, that's going to be one of the hardest things anyone can do. Because men and women can do it. Equality. Boom.
Exactly.
Wait, so does that mean equality is just a bunch of shit?
Exactly.
Pretty much. I don't know, bro. I don't know what's going on.
At the end of the day, we're all just a whole to somebody.
So we're gonna kind of wrap up there with 2019. There's been a lot.
Definitely.
2020.
The golden.
Do you guys see it clearly like I do?
I do. I do. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well,
bro.
I mean, 2 people here don't, but they can't help that.
Right. So I say that, bro. For me, 2019, I would say it kind of showed me my place in the food chain. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it kind of showed me and proved to me where I really stand in life. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just ironic that it's called 2020 because next year I plan on really buckling down and focusing like zoning in, putting some blinders on, bro, on what is I'm trying to make happen in life.
You're trying to accomplish yourself.
Yeah, bro. Like next year's gonna be about growth.
You know, I see all these memes like where it's like, you know, 2016 fucked me over, 2017 fucked me over. No, it's time to bend 2020 over the table and show them who's boss.
Yeah,
mutually consenting. I mean, it doesn't have to be dominant one direction or another, just a little bit better.
No, because I've been dominated by time. I'm dominating time. I like to think of it, something's not just going to happen. I make my own destiny. I go out, I change stuff for myself. If I go to work every day, there's no way I'm going to win the lottery. But if I work towards something that I can make money in, and, you know, something tangible, if I can work towards a career, I'm going to be successful. And so that's what 2020 is about, is finding success for yourself.
And hanging up loser culture. What I mean by that is I forgot who I was talking to. But I was talking to, I don't know if that was on the podcast or I don't know if it was you, him, I don't know who the fuck I was talking to. But they was talking about how, like, in a lot of ways, music has made being a loser cool. Like, just getting high all the time, just popping pills, like, just doing the shit that back in the day you probably would be like, nah, that's
been
cool.
Yeah, that's been going on since the 90s.
You know what I'm saying?
Beck
so
started
I feel like
that shit.
2020 is you gotta draw the line somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to put down the loser culture. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put that shit down and start focusing on like what's really important: finances, getting your mind right, getting your education right, getting some wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Like bro, put down the bullshit and let's go to the next level.
So less Beck, more Denzel Curry.
That part.
You know?
Exactly. Well, it's like
more winner culture.
For real.
Winner culture.
Like cheer niggas on, bro. Like, all 2019, everybody been tearing each other down. It's
how
like,
come?
bro,
how come everything?
The fuck up.
2019. I hate listening to the radio when it's a girl singer like, "He left me at the broken heart." It's like, then girl, be strong. And it's not about like I got revenge on him. It's like I rose above him.
Yeah,
you know, it's like it's not I be fucking bitches drinking perp in a moon. You know, like make it like.
And see, and that's one thing that I wanted to touch on. It's like going off of what Greg just said was like my biggest thing is like for the black community, one of the things is like, we hold on to that that thug mentality too much, and it's like yes, a lot of us come from like very fucked up shit, and it's fine to honor that in your art and your music and things like that, but at the same time, at a certain point, you have to be able to move past that.
If you never grow past it, you're never gonna grow.
Exactly.
Any real OG would tell you the streets ain't where it's at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The streets is not.
The streets not where it's at.
It never was, never will be.
That's why even little ghetto white kids listen to Eminem in the early 2000s, think it's all cool to be a gangbanger, and then you end up dead.
Yeah, exactly. It's like shit like that. You used to piss me off because it was just kind of one of those things where it's like used to be one of those things where it's just like you have these kids who want to be like tough gangbangers and shit like that. And it's just like no, you don't. You really don't.
Well, I guess that's what to take away from it. No more loser culture, all about winner culture. That's what 2020 is going to be. 2020 is going to be all about being a winner, being successful, being the greatest person you can be. Because people talk about it, but people don't make actions on it. 2020 is the year for action.
Just do it!
Just that meme. It's an old meme, sir, but it checks out.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it!
To join us for the rest of this podcast today, we have a longtime friend. I actually, I don't know how we ended up meeting each other again, but we went to elementary school all the way out in Hawaii.
Oh, shit.
And then we met again back in college. We have Mr. Ryan Belcher. How are you doing today, Ryan?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. How do you feel now that you're done with the finals?
Great, and I'm still hungover. So
How much schooling do you still have left?
a year and a half.
A year and a half?
What you going to school for?
I'm at UNT's law school, so
Hey.
I'll fucking law degree, I guess.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah, he's gonna be the guy when we get in shenanigans. So we got to start getting in shenanigans. Make him stay on his toes. Just like guys, you can't.
Well, I'll take it to practice. Have some stuff. Put on his resume.
Yeah.
So when I get in trouble for my Tinder profile for sexual harassment, I'll call you for that.
Sure. Sounds good.
Ryan, did you have a good 2019?
It was alright.
Could it have been better? You seen your friends more?
Possibly.
Possibly.
You guys live so far away.
What's 2020 for you, Ryan? What are your goals? What's some aspirations you have for 2020? You got anything you're working on? No?
No, dude.
No new collabs?
Collabs? Like with what?
Nick Cannon?
No, not yet.
No?
Not yet.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute. Maybe take a second to think about it. I've got some goals for 2020 that are gonna happen. They're not resolutions because fuck that shit. We don't need resolutions. You need actions. Resolutions just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna do it every day and then never do it. This is 2020 is all about actions. 2020, by the end of this, I'm going to be like midway through my career, or I'm gonna have started my career. Like I'm gonna be in training to do what I want to do, firefighting. So I'm either going to be in school or I'm going to be finished. I'm going to be a fucking firefighter. I'm also going to get an old school Mustang by the end of this year. I'm going to grind. I'm going to save up everything I can. You know, $20 is $20 at this point. No, nothing gay. But, you know, those are my two aspirations. Like, I have other aspirations. I want to continue to develop an amazing relationship with my girlfriend. And I want to see where that road leads down. And I know it's going to lead down a very successful road. And I can't wait to watch that blossom within 2020. So let's mix up. We're gonna go random order. So Jackson, what are your goals? What are your aspirations? What the fuck is up in 2020?
Man, so I just started working for a new company and I love it. So I wanna, right now I'm like contracting with them, but they're hiring me on. So as soon as I get on, they're offering to pay my school. So when I get on, when I go back to school to get an electrical engineering degree, I want to get more invested into stocks.
Stocks.
That part.
Yep.
I like following the market. I keep an eye on it, so I like to kind of play the little stock market game, see how that goes.
Okay. Little gambling.
Yeah,
with the stocks.
I just want to build. Not necessarily gambling, but if you say that.
I mean, stock's technically a gamble, but it's not like you're throwing away money. It's an investment gamble.
Yes, it's more of an investment.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to kind of work on keep myself even higher, and then see if I can get into the stocks a little bit.
Squirrely.
Keep working hard at work. See if I can make any progress there. I too am actually looking at getting in the stocks a little bit. Just a little bit, at least start doing research on it and whatnot. Other than that, gym gains.
Gonna
try and
You've been doing impressive. When are we going to work? In the next couple months, we need to start working out together.
I agree.
Not regularly, but when we can.
I agree. Next goal for next year, I want to deadlift 500 and squat somewhere in the mid 4s.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
shit.
He's coming for my numbers. Mr. Tech Money.
Oh, goals for me for next year are going to definitely be finally finishing at least one of my novels. Sitting down and just cranking one of them out and getting it done, just so I can say, finally, I got it done. That give me motivation to finish the other two. And then getting started on a podcast a kind of podcast, more YouTube series with a friend of mine. We've been talking about doing one for our fighting game clan that revolves kind of around fighting games and MMOs. And life has just kind of gotten in the way of that for both of us. But I'm looking at next year, just figuring out a way to making it happen.
Of course, I mean, along with that, I also want to keep the Kestrel going this year. Regular scheduled programming, whether it be bi-weekly or weekly, and I definitely can do that. I've definitely realized in 2019 I need to free myself up a little from trying to do too many things, too much on my platter, so I've decided to narrow it down to just a couple good things. And so, success to you there. I'll have success. Mr. G. Casey,
Man, bro, I'm trying to make me some moves.
You trying to make some moves? Let's hear these moves.
Well, first things first. I'm with you on the weight transformation, bro. I'm trying to lose about 60 pounds next year, bro. About 60 pounds. Not even just because I just feel big or anything, just because I have a very bad family history of weight. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I don't want to ever get diabetes, bro. Yeah. So, gotta make some personal changes for the near future. Just gotta put myself in position, bro. Recently taking classes again, so hopefully we can get that ball rolling in the near future. Want to definitely get into the stock game because I've been put on and having some conversations with people. So, and that's one hell of a place to invest your money if you know what you're doing. So I want to definitely get into that. Yeah, man, and just overall, just want to boss the fuck up, bro. I want to do everything better than I did last year, bro. Everything, lifestyle, just be a cleaner person, eat better, cut a lot of bullshit out of my life, bro. Just
hashtag winning culture.
Yeah, man.
Hashtag winner culture.
Yeah, man. Do it bigger and better. Bigger and better.
That's an old meme.
Yes.
You think of it?
I want to network more too.
Oh,
I want to
network.
definitely network more.
Networks are definitely
It's hard to do
an
that, bro.
important thing.
I don't know too many people down here, bro. Outside of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I want to start networking and use Texas for what it really has to offer. Yeah, big moves.
Mr. Belcher.
Realistically,
Stock market?
no. Probably not for me. Since I guess by the end of the year, I'd be done with 2.5 years of law school. I should probably know what I'm gonna do, like career-wise, or else I'm gonna have a lot of debt.
Right.
Besides school, though, probably should find out what I'm gonna do with Holly, like, or like, are we gonna stay in Denton? Are we gonna go somewhere else? But that's pretty much it. Yeah, maybe see my friends a bit more.
Oh. I know they always appreciate seeing you because you haven't fully abandoned them.
No.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
I'm still here.
2020 is definitely going to be a great year. You go into it with a good mindset. There's going to be rough patches, sure. But those rough patches, you're going to bitch slap. And you're going to walk past them even stronger going into 2021. Which, that sounds a million years away. 2020, when I was like 5 years old, sounded like a million years away. Like I was like, that will never be here. And now it's knocking on the door. It's like, let me in. Let me in. But what about we talked a little bit about movies for 2020. Is there any albums, any music that you guys kind of been following this year? New stuff coming out next year, books, novels, anything?
I want to go to some more concerts next year.
More concerts?
Yeah, I want to go to some more concerts next year. I want to go see J. Cole again. I saw J. Cole when he was on his 2015 Forest Hill Drive. Really dope. Even though I will say, no disrespect to Cole, Big Sean held it down way better than Cole did. But I want to go see some more live music next year. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Cole drop. Cause I feel like he's gonna drop something next year, and when he come on tour, I want to go see him.
There's a Japanese band called Flow. They've done a numerous amount of anime openings. They're gonna be here in May or April, May, June, around that time. Definitely want to go see them so I can rock out to some of that music because they've been in Naruto openings,
really?
all sorts of shit. Yeah.
So they legit.
Yeah,
Naruto, Dragon Ball. Yeah.
Code Geass.
Yeah, they're
Eureka 7.
Yeah,
they're CDs.
Yeah, they're a huge band in Japan.
The only other band that could make me flip my shit is either The Pillows, who did all the Fooly Cooly soundtracking, or Asian Kung Fu Generation.
Yeah.
Which I would kill someone to go see.
I would, for them, pretty much all the ones you just listed, Larkin Seal and, kind of blank on their name. Can't really think of any, big, anime intros that they did. But I can't think of their names. But they've done some US stuff, and then they had Hikaru Tada. If she was touring, I'd definitely be like, fuck yes, we're gonna go.
Is she the one who does the
Kingdom Hearts?
Her name.
Kingdom Hearts? Oh, okay.
Kingdom Hearts.
Like the Sanctuary.
Oh, that's Bay.
She
sing that to me.
It was actually funny. Garrett and I went to Akon 2 years ago, and we accidentally walked into a Bradio concert. So we stayed and watched Bradio, and They do the Death Parade OP, and that's amazing. But more concerts. We have Weezer, Green Day, and Fall Out Boy doing concerts. Is it 2002 again? Like, they're doing a tour together, so that's pretty cool.
My Chemical Romance is coming back.
MCR's coming back. I think Elton John's going to be here in June. I definitely want to go see him. Not going to lie. Like,
the only U.S. band I can think of off the top of my head that I would really just be... Or, three that I really see go pay money to go see. Foo Fighters, Breaking Benjamin, maybe Linkin Park.
Well...
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Let's talk about losses. Biggest loss of the past 10 years going into a new decade for me is Chester Bennington.
For me, that hit me a little bit, but what hit me harder was Chris Cornell.
And it sucks. Chris Cornell was only like 2-3 weeks right before Chester killed himself. Like, it was shortly.
Apparently, they were like really close friends.
Yeah, they were. I think that's what.
Chester over the edge. But it's just like that. I have been vocally inspired by Chris Cornell for years, and so when that happened, I was just like, "Fuck."
Yes, they do.
His voice, like, his songs, like, they're just impactful. Not to say other musicians aren't, but there's a lot that just rap about stupid shit.
Yeah.
And, again, with that loser culture, like, I'm done with that in 2020. Like, the shit with all the mumble rappers, all the Lil Pumps, all that shit. Let's kill it. Let's just die. You know what's another thing that needs to end in 2020? All the e-thoughts.
Oh my God.
Stop supporting. Stop sending money to girls that don't show you their actual titties. That just show you their titties in bikini. Stop supporting.
Go to Twitch to watch video games.
Yeah.
And to watch people actually play video games.
Yep.
Why
12-year-olds.
Why is just chatting suggested number 3 to me? Get the fuck away from me, you Pokemon Twitch whores.
Fucking sparkles.
All that bullshit.
Like, I will say that's one thing where it's just like, I'm not in any shape, way, or form against anyone doing it. If you're able to make money and do it, do it. But don't sit here and act like you are in a position of, people want to talk about privilege. Don't act like you're not in a position of privilege when you can fucking, twerk on stream in booty shorts and have, your cooch slip out and not get banned.
I've seen stuff about that.
But then let a dude, stand up to get out of his chair and have to pull his pants up, and they get banned for partial nudity.
On Twitch?
Yeah.
Damn.
Twitch,
Yeah. So
Twitch is straight.
if a guy does something, he is fucking. I probably if I were to go in there and just be like, boom, that just lifting up my shirt will fucking probably get me banned, or at the very least temporarily suspended. But if a chick were to do something like that, they would have to review it first before they,
of course, they
follow through it with any action.
Tell Twitch to call.
There's only one lady that I would give my money to for her Patreon. Well, no one now, because I have a girlfriend and I love her and I follow the word of the Lord. But if I was a single man, Faye Galvo.
God,
Oh man, I'm sure you've seen Faye Galvo around before.
You want to know something else I want to throw out in 2020? I'm gonna throw out advertising cheating. What I mean by that is, I'm starting to feel like you ain't really somebody homie if they really real life wiped up out here and you purposely are trying to link them up with some other females and shit like that. Like, I'm not gonna say I used to feel like that was cool, but it was damn near normal for me. I'm not saying like it happened to me a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like in general, like that type of shit was normal. Cheating culture. You know what I'm saying? So I would say I'm gonna cool out on, trying to set people up for the failure and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Your cheating culture, part of loser culture. If you're cheating on your girl in 2019, you have small pee-pee energy. Okay? So, no cheating on your girlfriends, no cheating on shit. If you're not happy where you are, exit before you enter the new attraction.
And ladies, no cheating on your boyfriend. Let's not be sexist here.
Yeah. Either way, your boyfriend, your girlfriend.
Trying to fuck with baby leg.
But yeah, this is the one girl I would give my money to. My girlfriend even likes her, so
understandable.
Yeah, like she's beautiful. But the whole fact, As soon as I
Password.
as soon as I see they got a
What's the name?
as soon as they have an Amazon wish list, they're gone. They're gone.
Yep.
You don't need to support that shit. They can buy their own shit. They get more than enough money. I think we did the math. Me and some friends. There's one. Who's the one that prettier version of Jessica Negri?
Lindsay Elise?
No, she's.
She's like a succubus.
What's her name?
You gotta give it something.
Let me see my.
Cause I mean,
I know her name starts with a D. Darshell.
Stevens.
Yeah, Darshell Stevens. She makes over. This girl makes. We did the math, over $1 million a month, in just Patreon subscribers.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Can I ask y'all a question? I feel like you know, as times go, the definition of words have to evolve. What is a hoe? Because it's like I had to honestly ask myself, like, is she a hoe for showing me this?
This is a whole.
Or am I a dog? Or am I a slimy old man for watching? Like, on whose behalf? You know what I'm saying? Like on whose behalf does this seem wrong?
We'll get back to this topic. We'll talk about
that's
hoeing.
a whole nother podcast.
You know, like, what is a
What
hoe
is-
now?
what is
Like,
a
I don't
hoe?
even understand what a hoe is now.
We're gonna table that. We're gonna put.
Please
we'll
come back to this, bro.
We'll come back to that.
What is a hoe? that hoe, like, just like what's promiscuous mean now? Because it seems like promiscuous has been so normalized, bro. It's like you can't even classify
Promiscuity,
Yeah, like you can't even classify it no more because it's normal. You can't say pictures. You seen what's on Instagram? Have you seen Snapchat? Have you heard of Snapchat? For real.
We're gonna audit all those women to the IRS.
For real, like. Well, we'll come back to that another time. I just always want. I just got. I feel like you got to redefine things as time goes on.
I think we've had a pretty productive podcast today. I want to thank all of you, Squirrely, Ryan, Jackson, Tech Money, G. Casey. Thank you all for being on the show, man. It's always great. And thank you all at home for listening to the Holy Kestrel. Please spread the word. It's, I'm not trying to make money off this. I just like more people listening. I don't care about the money. I just like seeing a lot of people viewed it. If I happen to get to... You know what? We're going to do this. If we get me to 500 subscribers, I'll start doing videoed podcasts. I have the equipment. I can.
That's right, ladies. You can see this face.
It's a face for radio.
Ladies, run. Ladies, run.
Ladies, run.
But yes, I wanted to touch just on a little bit real quick about what the meaning of the Holy Kestrel is, because I've had a few people asking, what is a kestrel? What the Holy Kestrel? A kestrel, it's a smaller version of a hawk. It's a bird of prey. The reason I'm so adamant about the kestrel is it came to me in a dream. I had a dream where there was, in my living room, hundreds of birds flying around the roof. I threw a shoe, hit a kestrel. The kestrel's one that stayed. I had left the room, came back later. All the birds were gone. The kestrel was still there. But this time it was in a cage for me. And I looked up the meaning of the dreams. You don't have to be deep in the dream meaning, but I am. And the kestrel is... the kestrel in the cage basically means, like the kestrel's opportunity. It's having a chance at something in the cage is grabbing it, is apparently what that translates to, which it meant a lot to me when I saw it. Still does. Holy because it's Sunday. That's the holy day. It's not a Christian podcast by any means. We use a lot of profanity.
Listen to my fucking mouth.
But that's what the Holy Kestrel means together. Only Sundays it will be released. If there was like a miniature podcast, maybe during the week. But the main podcasts are for Sundays. And I do value everyone's support. I thank you guys for coming on the show. Thank you guys that are coming each week.
For sure.
Now, we're going to wrap it up from there. Let's hear a piece of... let's hear a motto for 2020. Mine's hashtag winter culture.
Make 2020 your bitch.
Make 2020 your
There you
bitch.
go.
Oh, I'm supposed to come up with one?
Yeah.
I know.
I know, nothing's as good as that. What the fuck? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to agree with that.
Make 2020 your bitch.
Yeah.
Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing. Okay.
It's a whole song.
Is it?
For 2020, let's see. Greg, you go. Come back to me.
Fuck that. Boss up. I don't give a fuck what you going through. If you depressed, fuck that. Boss up. If you broke, fuck that. Boss up. Fuck that. Boss up.
If you're gay, fuck that. Boss.
For real.
That's so bad. I'm just joking. Again, if you could take a dick up the butt.
Yeah, pretty much. 2020, running off of what Greg said, fuck that.
Boss up.
Fuck that, boss up. And it's just, and I would say a good one would just be,
Well,
remember the light.
remember the light.
Because, no, Rena said that, because shit gets dark at times. Shit gets very fucking heavy. And 2018 was a very rough year for me, from the beginning. And leading into, I want to say, probably about April. Didn't really start getting better until about May. Went to go visit some friends out in Florida and had a really great time out there. June came around, went out with some friends and fucking danced my ass off literally all night for damn near 6 hours straight.
Bro, I was still getting to know you when you came to our party back in August, and you were just killing it on the karaoke, so
Yeah.
you're living your best life.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where it sounds cheesy and it sounds like something that would be in a goddamn fortune cookie, but I would honestly say remember the light, because dark as things get, it's not going to be dark always.
Remember, to all of you listening, what you want to do with 2020, you want to caress it from behind gently, whisper in its ear, let's go, and then suplex it to the ground and make it your bitch. But for everyone listening at home, Greg, do you want to do it or should I do it?
I'll let you do it since
You
it's
want
the
me?
end of the year.
Okay.
Close out the year right, brother.
For everyone listening at home, let's close out the year right just like this. Stay blessed. Keep your life blessed every day. Everything you do, everyone around you, keep them blessed. Stay loved. There's not enough love in the world today, so make sure to spread a little more around. Stay strapped, because you never know what's going to happen. You always got to be ready. You always got to have that thing on you.
You always got to be ready for anything. For anything.
And most importantly, this might be the most important thing. Never.
And I mean never.
Never, ever.
Never.
Ever.
Ever.
Get caught lacking.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever!
Oh, babe!
Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next time.